Hey there, everybody. I'm CZB Dolan here with CZB Fozzie, bringing you the third match of the day. This is, of course, a losers bracket match. One team going home, one team advancing on forward to a best of three. We have Semicolon drop table users in red versus Kolbasz Inside in blue. And man, was there some outplays here in the mind game.
Yes, I mean, Semicolon drop table users bringing a setup that we saw them bring earlier in this tournament, the triple Hyperion setup. Unfortunately, though, this isn't the proper thing for it to counter. That setup was built to counter the Vexor, EOS, drone-heavy, like heavy drone, medium drone teams. Kolbasz Inside, however, has just dodged right around Semicolon's ban. Semicolon bans out the Typhoon fleet issue, trying to ban out the kiting Foons, and Kolbasz just brings normal Foons instead, which actually do the job just fine.
So this team, for instance, against a maybe mid-tier team, Kolbasz, Semicolon drop table users will have a strong chance. Piloting errors for Kolbasz Inside will ruin them. But Kolbasz Inside is unreloaded. And they have a lot of tournament experience. They have a lot of piloting experience. I don't think we'll see any boundary violations here from any of the big important ships. Maybe the Hawk will go out or something. But we're going to have to see how it goes here. Smartly damping out the Hyena, the initial burst of damage from those cruise missiles, going to be largely mitigated by a lack of target painters. There looks like a painter on the outpost.
A Hyperion.
Yep.
They just want to kill off the battleships fast. I mean, this is going to be a ridiculously hard slog for the Semicolon drop table users team. They brought this Hyperion team built to brawl, and they came up against a very, very strong battleship kiting team. They need to get tackles on these Foons and get damage onto them fast. They need their frigates to get across the field and get those tackles, and they just don't have them yet. We haven't seen any tackles applied yet to any of the Foons, and until that happens, they're not going to actually do any damage. And already the Hyperion of Captain Sparrow there, dropping into low armor, he's going to die quickly.
This is going to be largely, I don't want to say GG easy, but I think this is largely going to be a coast to victory here for Kolbasz Inside. Captain Sparrow already dropping into the low structure. He's going to go down very quickly. The Algos of NZ Titan going down as well. Important amount of rep drones there in those Algos, but the Hyperion is just going to get wasted here.
Very importantly, both the Foons are now tackled. So actually the Hyperions, the Foons are tackled and they had to turn at the edge of the arena. So we're going to actually see the Hyperions getting on top of them very soon, and we're going to have to see how well these Foons tank with the bursts on them.
But the important part here is that at least those bursts are untackled, and there's a Caracal and a Tengu that can really effectively clear out things like Harpies, things like Vengeances, more so than many other platforms, especially if that's, say, a Rapid Light Missile Caracal.
Yeah, the only hope now for Semicolon drop table users is that they can burn through these Foons. But it looks like that's not going to happen. The Foons are going to start getting damage applied to them any moment now, and already the second Hyperion of Deadly Badger in low armor. He's going to be dead almost before he starts to shoot.
Exactly. We can see here a Hawk getting shot at for Kolbasz Inside. Probably that Hawk is locked down. Oh, I don't really know why they're shooting at that Hawk. They really don't need to be shooting at him. But it's only going to be a Hyperion and some small assault frigates left for Semicolon drop table users. They tried to ban out these kiting battleships, and it just didn't work. Kolbasz Inside just goes, oh, okay, you don't want to fight that. We'll just bring a very similar version of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we've seen actually now twice today, is bringing the Typhoons when the Typhoon fleet issue is banned. We saw it out of German Ski Lesson, and now we've seen it out of Kolbasz Inside. I think it's a very good choice. That the Typhoon fleet issue has been the big kiting battleship used so far in this tournament, but the Typhoon actually does the job almost as well. It's has a lot of the same speed, has a lot of the same missile damage. What it doesn't have is the hit points mainly, and also some extra drone bay. But it's still going to be a ship that does this job extremely well. And we saw how quickly these things ate through some of the tankiest battleships in the game. These ships have great local tank, but still, two Foons and a Tengu and Caracal were able to break through them as if they're wet goodie bags.
Exactly. And with no logistics on Semicolon drop table users, you can't fight against a kite team. Unless you have something so fast that's going to catch anything that is brought onto the field, like you have an all-Slipner team or something like that, that can actually lock down these Typhoons, you can't get kited if you have no logistics, because you just get worn down.
Yep. I mean, like last Hyperion down now for Semicolon drop table users, it doesn't look like Kolbasz Inside is going to lose a single ship. This is excellent piloting from the Kolbasz Inside team, but the thing that really won them this match was the setups. They just picked the right counter for what they were up against. And it was a bad guess from Semicolon drop table users. As soon as we saw this setup, I opened up the client and it was like, yeah, GG, Semicolon.
Yeah, but bringing a hyper-specialized triple Hyperion team, you have to expect that eventually you're going to get caught out. You can't do that over and over again unless you have the lead in the metagame. And with that, that's going to be the match there. Semicolon drop table users going home Kolbasz Inside moving on to a best of 3, who we will have to see the winner that they are playing against in the next match. We'll see you back in the studio in just a little bit.